Hey guys, so I thought I'd put together kind of like a little training vlog for my training every odd week, I reckon every fortnight. So I'll film one of my sessions, for example today, deadlifts, and then I reckon I'll post it every fortnight just discussing how I'm feeling with my training, how everything's tracking and how each session goes. So like today I went through some deadies. Today felt alright actually. It was pretty, like I got in there pretty tired. I thought I'd need to smack out a Red Bull to the head, but I actually felt okay. And I'm not really one to hit like any type of pre-coffee or like Red Bull before training unless I feel absolutely shithouse and I need to get a training session in. But as I got into the gym, as I started warming up, I'm just like, no, I actually feel okay. So I'm working up to a top set of 260 today. So I was just doing my warm-up sets, film them out, which I'm actually doing at Inspiration, which I haven't been in the Arvo for quite a while. Like I usually go in the mornings, so I'll either train at work or Platinum with Jay, and then I'll go to Inspiration sometimes when I either just want to go like closer to my house or not train at home, not train at work, because I don't want to always be training at work when I'm already working there. You know, so yeah, it felt good to go in the afternoon. I didn't have to, smack it out the way in the morning when I'm tired, especially on a Wednesday morning. That's my days when I work early morning. So training after that, I'm a bit skeptical because I remember last time I did that, I injured my chest because I only had like 4 or 5 hours sleep. But like I should have definitely that day that I did injure my chest a little bit. I should have got home, rested, ate some food, but I just wanted to get my training out of the way. But this time I could actually rest throughout the day and then go to the gym at night. So working up to, I think this was like 170. I was hook gripping all the way through, which I like to do for practicing hook grip. That's something I really need to be practicing a bit more and getting heavier at, because I'm only getting up to, I think I got up to about 250 on hook grips for deadies. And when it comes to hook grip, what my thought process is that a lot of people smack out hook grip for all their sets or like a majority of their sets. So let's say they do 5 sets of 5 for deadlifts. For the first 2 sets they do hook grip, then they strap up the rest just to avoid any type of, failing from just, grip fatigue. But I've always thought that, it is very beneficial to obviously train that endurance. But in most cases, it's just about lifting heavy and getting used to lifting heavy at a hook grip. So I just always thought, why don't you just do the first set or the first rep at a hook grip, and then the rest you can strap up. So then you're avoiding any type of fatigue from doing hook grips, and you can try and go further and further in those ascending sets to that top set, and you can probably get it closer because you're not as fatigued. So I've just always thought of that in terms of hook grips. I've always thought that just do it for the first rep. Then if you, nice and easy, practice that hook grip, and then for the rest, strap it up so you're actually getting that volume in and you're avoiding that type of fatigue from your wrists or from your hook grip. But as I kept going through, sets felt pretty easy. So this is the first working set. So this is about, what was it, 200, I think it was, or 220. I think it was 220. Yeah, this is got to be 220, I reckon. So smacking out for 4 reps. We originally, for the last block, basically before the deload, we were just doing trips to a single. So we'll do like 3 triples and then we'll get to a single. So that was lifting some decently heavy weights. Now we're going up to just for like 4 reps at the start. So we're trying to get that volume in, and we're trying to kind of normalize that weight that I did for those triples and make it for volume. So make it close to 4 to 5, which I kind of like it. I kind of like smacking out some volume for deadlifts, but at the same time, it's pretty nice when you only need to be doing like 1 rep or like 3 reps. Like they're obviously nothing. Because again, well, as everybody knows, my fucking endurance is horrific. So, but yeah, I thought I was getting a little too close to just doing like 1 rep every single time. So adding a little bit of volume up felt, pretty good to start off with. So that first set was at 4 for 220. This one is still at that 4 reps, and then we go down to 3, then to 2. but this next one, 235. So in terms of the weights that I've been doing, I've been feeling pretty confident with 200 kilos, like it's nothing. Like I'm up to that point where originally, like with squats, every time I see the number 200, I get a little nervous, I get a little freaked out. But now when I see 200 for deadlifts, it's just nothing. Like it's like, it feels good, but yeah, I haven't really found a weight that I'm a bit nervous to do with deadlifts, especially with the fact that with deadlifts, it's a really not so nerve-wracking movement to do because you just pick it up and that's it. Like it's just, you know, if you can't pick it up, you won't pick it up. Like similar with squats and with bench press, you can unrack it, you can start the lift, but then you can still have a possibility of failing it. So with deadlifts, it's that there's limited factors of fear and anxiety. I used to have a lot of anxiety when it came to deadlifts because I was terrified of like, I don't know, rounding my back or injuring myself, but now I'm just less like that and more like, let's just pick this up. If I can't pick this up, that's fine. Or if it's heavy, that's fine. We consider that and we move on from there. So that 4 for 235, getting a little bit heavier, probably like an RP7 or something like that, but really didn't feel that bad at all compared to the next few ones. So moving up to that 250 now, we're moving down to 3 reps. So in terms of gauging my RPE for it, I always have to consider the fact that, you know, dropping down, especially with the amount of weight that I've been throwing around recently, going down by 1 rep will change the RPE drastically or will not really change it much at all. So, you know, I could drop it down. So this is 250 now from the original 235. I drop it down by 1 rep. It could still be an RPE 7. I don't know. Like, it's pretty sometimes conflicting or sometimes can affect how I gauge my RPE. Sometimes I'm like, oh, this is obviously heavier, but you know, I could probably only punch out 2 more reps or 3 more reps or 1 more rep or something like that. But yeah, once I hit this 250, like I was feeling a little like, is this when it gets harder or is this still gonna be easy? Like once I get to that second last set, I will know that whether or not the last set is going to be hard or easy. But yeah, I smacked this out, pretty decent and a half. It felt fine. It was about an RP 8 for this one. The only struggle I was really having for this session was trying to fucking calculate pounds and kilos. Like I understand that it's just, the only kilos I had was the 25s on each end, but trying to add it all up was a son of a bitch to do. And I'm terrible at maths. So trying to calculate that was really annoying and it took up most of my fucking time between sets, but gave me a little bit of time to rest. So at the end, I just decided, fuck it, I'll just calculate from what I know already, which was like 193. So those 2 reds and the 4 like 45-pound plates on each side, that calculated for 193. So I knew, I'm like, fuck it, I'll just go, you know, the 15s, and then I think I put it was 1.25 on each end. But I calculated to like 259.9 or something like that. I told Eddie that it was like 259.99 kilos, and he's like, the clips count as like a gram, so don't worry about it. And I was like freaking out about it, but it's fine. It's no issue. Weight is weight. When it comes to like off by like a gram, it's fine. It's really fine. So yeah, I G'd myself up a little bit for it, but smacked it out, hit it up, and it felt all right. It was decently heavy. I think I did kind of rush a tiny bit into it, and that's why I needed to rest a lot between the first rep to the second rep, but got it out about an 8. I reckon I could have got a couple more in there, but it felt all right. Like it was tough, but I smacked it, and yeah, that was nice and tough. Moving on to the accessories. Recently we dropped down the accessories and we added an extra day. So we're doing the same amount of volume as we used to do with the 4 days, but it gives me less time to do it. Also, I'm looking fucking thick here. Look at it, fucking hell, look at those legs. So I've been able to kind of focus a lot more on these accessories at training hard and training at like a right RPE and not thinking, oh shit, I have so much more to do in it, blah, 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 blah. So I've been happy to do my accessories, and I haven't been skipping them as much, which is great. But yeah, we added in single leg press just as another variation, because I think we used to be doing a lot of split squats, but we're doing, which I'm doing Hatfields now as my main split squat. But we're like, fuck, why do we need to, you know, do double leg and then chuck on 300 kilos when we can just do single leg and just chuck on 70 kilos? Less time wasted and more time on just training hard and stimulating, you know, the actual, you know, muscles and stuff. So, but these felt all right, nice and hard. It's a bit difficult to gauge sometimes depending on what leg press machine I'm using at different gyms, but most times it's pretty similar weights. And then we moved on to flies, which I've been using them a lot. I've been enjoying them actually because I never used to do them because it was all like presses and stuff. But flies were a staple now in the program as a form of rehab because we learned that I was going super wide with my bench press and I would end up just dropping it and I wouldn't actually be strong enough in that lower part of the phase, in that stretch phase. So we're like, let's just strengthen it through flies. But I actually love them. I love doing fly variations and I just thought it was like, it's a great exercise to do. But yeah, again, these flies make me feel like Arnie, which, I'm wearing his t-shirt. So very fitting for my uniform today at training. But yeah, no, it was nice and tough. Got a good set out. Only a couple of sets because it's low volume for it, but I reckon we'll bump them up after comp just to focus on strengthening it. Then after I did some cable curls, but my phone died. So here's a video of one of my favorite quotes from one of my all-time favorite movies.
I just had them polished. Go and put the kettle on.
You take sugar?
No, thank you, Turkish. I'm sweet enough.
So thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm going to be posting these every fortnight. So 1 week will be the stream cast and 1 week will be a little snippet from training, just explaining how I'm going with everything and also how I'm going before comp. So it'll be a good way of, vlogging and also documenting my training before my first comp after about 2 years, which is going to be Strength Culture at August 13th, I believe. So let's see how the progression goes. Let's see how the vlog goes. And yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe, please. And I'll see you guys soon.